My name is Joyce and I'm a graphic designer, somewhat artist. I kind of do everything from illustration, branding to character design and animation. So yeah, I've been wanting to hop on here for a while now and I finally made it. I really want to share more of my work and my art process with you guys to hopefully help anyone out who wants to create something similar to what I do. I'm currently working on my portfolio. It is something I tackle around this time of the year, every year, and I thought it would be an interesting process to share with you guys, since if you're in creative, you're probably in the same boat and have to create at least one portfolio in your life. Yeah, my portfolio has actually been offline for I think a few months now, so it's definitely time to get that baby back up. And the thing is, I don't have any web design knowledge. This is all from a illustrator, animator point of view. So we'll be keeping web design very simple and easy. But yeah, don't worry, my past portfolios have actually been pretty good. And I'm sure with lots of fun and playfulness, we can create something beautiful. So yeah, I hope that sounds good to you and we'll get straight into it. Since I've already worked on this project, I want to show you everything I've done so far first. These are my first sketches. As you can see, I've got a bunny theme going on. I like to work on my self-branding before jumping right into my portfolio, so that's where I got started with brainstorming and sketching. I focused a lot on storytelling and actually came up with two ideas I really liked. The first one being this floating bunny. I love how relaxed it looks and the immersive feeling of it. The second idea, and the one I ended up exploring further, was the shadow bunny. In Germany we call this Schattenspiel. It's when you create an image with the help of your hands and their shadow, and there are just endless possibilities. So I explored that one further, and in the end I knew this was the story I wanted to go with. Then I went ahead and started moodboarding. I gathered some web design inspo first, mainly focusing on portfolios I really liked, and then I created two moodboards for the visual style and for the actual shadow idea. So for that I was just browsing Pinterest and Behance, looking for inspiration and references to go for a more hand-drawn look with a focus on animal characters. And from there it was on to creating the clean sketches. I know that there are designers out there who can just jump from a pretty messy sketch right into Illustrator, but I need tons of sketches and cleaning up those sketches. So yeah, that's what I did. I spent an evening just using the initial sketch and working on it in Procreate. I tried different shadow personas. The main things I focused on here was making sure that the casting of the shadow was obvious enough, as well as their silhouettes. I wanted them to be clean and easy to recognize, so they work in very small sizes too. And that's what we're currently working with. We've got our clean sketches, mood board, and even a rough animation. Since you're all caught up now, it is currently 11 a.m. on a Sunday and I want to get started with creating the actual final designs. So we've got two more big steps before we can get to designing the portfolio, which is creating the actual branding assets as well as the logo animation. I really want to create an animation, so that part is the one I'm most excited about. I felt like jumping into it right away, but I gave it a second thought and decided to do the smart thing, which is to create the branding assets first. That way I won't be wasting my time creating an animation that might not even work as a logo. Well, honestly, I'm pretty confident with this idea. I could jump right into animation, but
don't speak, there's no need for you talking. Calling the highest sky. I ain't got the urge to leave. Come stay a little while. I've grown tired of wasting others. Hold on, steer me right. Ongoing, dried out silhouettes. I'm numb, I'm staying the night. Glory eyes for miles and days. Get out from under me. Troublemaker, plan my escape. The silhouettes give me away.
so it's 8 p.m. now and I finally decided on some fonts. I started putting them together and just trying different layouts, and this is the final result. I went with 3 fonts. Usually I just go with 2, but I really like this handwritten element. These are the names of the fonts I'm going with, and then I put them all together, and yeah, this is honestly almost done. Oh, and one last thing, I'll see if I manage to do it today, but I actually want to try how it will look like to have this kind of font as a base, but write it by hand on Procreate. I'll let you guys know how that works out. Hello and welcome. This is the Q&A part of this video. I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram and I've got them right here, so let's talk about it while looking at my animation process. The first question and the most asked one is, how long have you been animating for and how did you learn to animate? So I started learning about animation about 3 years ago during uni. It was my third semester and I had the option to sign up for like a very basic motion design class, and I absolutely fell in love with working with After Effects, and I started teaching myself more with the help of YouTube tutorials by awesome creators like Ben Marriott and Jake in Motion. I think the skills I have are just a huge mix of being self-taught, the stuff I learned at uni, and animation books I've read. And yeah, since May last year I'm also enrolled in a master's program for motion design, and I started doing frame-by-frame animation around that time too. The second question is, how did you develop your art style? Is your art style based off of anything or someone? I used to change up my art style all the time and I felt super insecure about it, but I actually think that trying out so many different styles was really beneficial because over time certain things started to stick. So I think it just takes time and all you can really do is just create and keep creating. That being said, I definitely have a few sources of inspiration that are special to me. For example, old Disney movies like Bambi, Brother Bear, Lady and the Tramp, or artists like Anna Laura Sullivan, Katja Ross, or Dice Tsutsumi. Another question was about what programs I use and if I have any favorite brushes. I used to create everything with Adobe Illustrator and After Effects, but now since I'm doing mostly frame-by-frame animation, I use Procreate and Procreate Dreams. And my all-time favorite brush is actually a Photoshop brush called Kyle's Drawing Box China Marker, but you can easily import them into Procreate, so that's where I'm using it the most. I also really love the Michael Sketchbook brushes by Michael Ralph and the Specs Brush Kit 2.0. Next up is about how to start a new project from scratch. So when starting a new project, I need something to spark an idea first. This can happen anywhere, but for me it's mostly when I'm scrolling through social media. So the Heartbroken Cat, for example, was actually born from this image I saw on TikTok, and people were posting it with some kind of cat voice filter. And from there I always had a very specific scene in mind. So for Heartbroken Cat, the image was him being very small and all alone with just his piano. And every choice I made for that animation, like the camera movement, his expression, the audio, and the other characters, they're all there to support his story. So yeah, that's where all my animations begin. And the last question I have here is, are you thinking of posting tutorials? Yes, definitely. I want to use this platform to share as much as I can of my animation and art process, as well as document my life as a creative. And I'll be trying out very different things. So I want to do animation breakdowns or more vlog style process videos like this one. I think an animation challenge we could do together would be really fun too. And my absolute dream would be to create a proper course that I could teach you guys. But I know that will take a lot of time and preparation, and I hope one day I'll be able to take that time. But for now, please do let me know if you have any other content requests or ideas. I'd love to hear from you. So yeah, I guess we're approaching the end of this video. Thank you so much for sending me your questions. I hope my answers were helpful. And if you enjoyed this video, please do let me know by giving it a like, leaving a comment, or sharing it with someone else. We'll be tackling the actual portfolio part next. So yeah, I hope to see you there. And until then, take care.